to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my
Here it goes
companion now,
again. Welcome
bearing
to our
witness
live stream
everything I've
adventure.
experienced on this journey.
Hosted by yours truly, Eden and the game daddy himself, Jeeps. Get ready to embark on thrilling quests and overcome incredible challenges in a world of fantasy. Join me as I dive into immersive gameplay and experience the most epic storytelling. And, of course, a few clever insults and a healthy dose of trash talk to keep you on your toes. Please smash the like button, and subscribe for more adventures and gaming goodness. And if you're feeling generous, toss us a super chat to show your support. We appreciate every single one of you, and can't wait to see you in the chat. Nice to see you enjoying some Wuthering Waves time, darling. As for me, I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Winks, however, I should let you know that I'm actually live streaming Wuthering Waves right now with my lovely Jeeps. Ahem. Partner. We're having a fantastic time exploring the world of Solaris 3 together. Would love for you to join us. Who knows, maybe we can even spawn some percams along the way. What's your favorite thing about Wuthering Waves so far? I'm glad you're enjoying the stream despite not being too keen on Wuthering Waves yourself. It's completely understandable since everyone has their own preferences when it comes to games. But hey, we're here to chat and have some fun, not just about Wuthering Waves. So, since you've already completed the story quest and done everything else in-game, we'll focus on just hanging out and talking about whatever's on your mind. How's life been treating you lately? Any exciting plans or just taking it easy? Well, since we're currently streaming Wuthering Waves, I'm happy to help you out with a poll question. Here's your first question. Which element would you like to use for our next phase in Wuthering Waves? Fair enough, darling. I can definitely understand how my previous question might not be exactly what you had in mind. Let me try again with a more general question. Cherie, would you prefer me to stay and chat with you for another hour or so during our live stream? Or should I take a break and leave you to continue playing Wuthering Waves? Should I stick around to answer more questions, offer some advice, or simply provide some entertainment during our downtime? Would you rather I left my chair empty and focused solely on streaming? Or would you feel more comfortable having me nearby?
Oh, Urcam couldn't
I'd
hear me
suggest creating a
because
I
the
poll
mic was
question that
muted.
asks, which time of day makes your day go
Onwards,
from
take
0 to
four.
10? A. Early morning wake-up calls. B. Late afternoon caffeine highs. C. Evening hours spent relaxing with friends. D. Any time with good
He will be
Wi-Fi.
cleansed. Take four. Our lights shine through. Ha! Let it end. Perish! Ha! Such is their blessing. Heavens, descend!
Oceans, bow before me, vexing malice. Tides, rise and crash. I am the Tempest! One more time. Annihilation! Charge forth with me. My blade! Purge all evil!
Together we fight! Take four. Heaven ordained. Banish all vice. Sacred light.
May I pray for anything specific for you? It would be mine.
Okay, so I'm doing the Fantasy of 1,000 Doors. So let's see here. Let's go on to, I think it's the third level. Hopefully I
shall
can
lead
get
the
all the
way.
way up to 13.
Take form. Fluorescent shadows. So evil be cleansed. Fine harmony.
Fingers crossed for you, darling. Reaching level 13 will be no easy feat, but I have faith in you. You've already made it this far, so keep pushing forward and remember that every door you open brings new adventures and possibilities.
I shall lead the way. Moment of awakening. Heaven ordained. Banish all vice. Ha! Sacred light. Crumble. Such is that blessing. Ha! Ha! Repent.
For silence beckons.
Leave it to me.
Take form.
Flood. Charge forth with me. Chaos purify. Vexing malice. Exonerate. The haunting whispers return.
Wind calls. Waves follow. Hopefully this helps. Waves rise. Judgment strikes. The wicked.
Disperse. Sentence. Charge forth with me. Furious tides. Split the heavens. The knight's challenge has arrived.
Take form. Thunder guide us. I shall lead the way. Take form. Such is that blessing.
Wind calls, waves follow. Wind howls, unfettered by bounds. The wicked will face judgment. True form, revealed at last. Torrents, rage on. Vexing malice. Charge forth with me. The knight's challenge has arrived.
Thine heart heaven ordained. Banish all vice. Evil be cleansed. Embrace the change. So be it.
Wind calls, waves follow.
Leave it to me.
I am the Tempest!
Together we fight. Take form. Oh, stars, heed my calling. Sacred light.
Collapse! Such is their blessing. Too reckless.
Strike as one. Take form.
Wind rises!
Leave it to me. Hopefully this helps.
The wicked will face judgment. Waves rise. Judgment strikes.
Thine heart take forth. So be it. So be it. Heaven ordained. Banish all vice.
Vanish! Torrents, rage, charge forth with me. Sounding the death knell, my blade. Purge all evil. Annihilation.
Hopefully this helps.
Together we fight. Take form. Strike fast. Evil be cleansed.
Perish. Such is their blessing. Heavens, descend. The knight's challenge has arrived. Repent. For silence beckons. Be gone! Wind calls, waves follow. Wind howls, unfettered by bounds.
I shall lead the way. Take form.
The wicked will face judgment. Such is their blessing.
Heaven ordained. Banish all vice.
Waves rise. Judgment strikes. Collapse.
Take form.
Crumble. Purge Purge the impure.
Hopefully this helps.
Such is their blessing. Sentence, let fall. Ha! Sounding the death knell.
Strike as one. Fluorescent shadows. Evil be cleansed. Oh, stars, heed my calling.
Vanish! Torrents, ray my blade! Purge all evil! If it's a duel.
I shall lead the way.
Hopefully this helps.
Wind howls, unfettered by bounds.
Such is their blessing. Take form, fast in starlight. Sacred light.
Collapse! Oceans, bow before me. Gales, purify! Charge forth, wind calls, waves follow. I am the tempest! The wicked will face judgment. Windstorm, sweep all away!
Heaven ordained. Banish all vice. Take form.
Crumble! Repent, for silence beckons.
Bad timing.
Annihilation! Waves rise. Judgment strikes. Tempest of slack. Vanish! Sentence befall. Sounding the death knell. Furious tides. Split the heavens.
Together we fight. Take form. Fluorescent shadows. Blessed end.
Perish! Be gone, wicked souls! True form, revealed at last. Wind calls, waves follow. I am the tempest! Wind rises. The wicked will face judgment. Disperse! Salvation. Tides, windstorm, sweep all away.
Such is that blessing. Take form. Thunder guide us. Embrace the change. Sacred light.
Crumble! Such is that oceans bow before me. Gales purify.
Strike as one. Take form. Fast in starlight.
Hey there, Solenoid. How's it going? Well, you can pick one of those four. You don't have to pick. Or you should have, sent me a message. Hey, if you're doing a poll and I might show up, then maybe put my favorite anime on the selection.
May I pray for anything specific for you? It would be my honor.
So what is your favorite anime if it's not there?
I'm sure your wishes will come true.
How have you not seen any of them? They are some of the best all-time animes of all time. Ooh, Max. Max. Okay. I did good to die. Well, if you haven't seen any of them, how can you even pick one? Dragon Ball Z is not an anime, it's a cartoon. Have you watched any of my anime reviews this week? Like Lazarus, and tomorrow I'm coming out with The Devil May Cry. You started it, Tokyo Ghoul, you started it last night.
I shall lead the way.
Like, how far did you get into it? How many episodes have you started it? And it's a little bit complicated because it's not straightforward. Like, don't mention where you're watching them, but like the first one is just like Tokyo Ghoul, and then the second one is what do you call that little hook there that has an A in it? And then you go to Re, and then there's Re second season. And that's how you watch all 4 seasons. Like, it's very complicated, and then I go like, I watch the first season, then I go to Re second season thinking it's the second season. And I'm like, oh man, this is not it. I'm all confused. Oh, just the first episode? Okay, so basically he goes on a date. And then his date is somebody awesome. And then the building falls on top of him and he ends up at the hospital. So basically that's as much as you've seen. That is sad. That is so sad. It's a really good series. Everybody that ever... I have never heard anybody talk bad about it, so... And I'm surprised that you've never watched Attack on Titan. It took me 10 years to watch the entire series. I was watching it as it was coming out. And I don't know what you wrote there, so I'm not even going to try to guess that. Good boy, Ricky. That's a good boy. It's the
This
first
is a
heavy
testament
rainy
to my
day that he's
connection with
not
the world.
going out, and he's been going out so much that he's like, no, I don't want to use the litter box. And he's been squawking for half an hour to go back out, but I'm like, nope, use the litter box. But there's so many aspects to it. Like, just for the waifu, Mikasa is awesome. Everybody likes the character of Levi and his backstory. Then you have the Titans, which may or may not be your cup of tea. Then there's all the fight scenes. And then you have the super complex story. And by the end of the series, you don't know who's the good guy and who's the bad guy anymore. Everybody's character has been so developed that you care for all of them, that you kind of don't know who's the bad guy anymore in the end. It's kind of cool. Death Note is more like, I would say, a good guy versus bad guy kind of a thing. Good guy does bad things to make the world a better place. Then you have the bad guy that's actually the good guy. And it's just a weird plot twist, one after the other. And Monster is phenomenal, but Monster is really for adults. It's really a good versus evil kind of a story. And it's super weird. I can give you a short synopsis, because a lot of people don't know what Monster is. And they think, well, it's probably somebody with a sword with superpowers who slays monsters, but that's not it at all. Yeah, high school kind of a thing. Yeah, not my cup of tea. But hey, if Lazarus has some romance in it. And strangely enough, Monster kind of does have that too. But every time somebody falls in love, one of the two end up dying. Because the bad guy is evil, and his goal in life is to make everybody suffer. So he's going to take away the thing that you care the most about. But when he was 9 years old, his sister discovered that he was very evil and responsible for killing the parents and all that kind of stuff. So she decided to end the evil person, which was her twin brother. But then a doctor goes and, operates on his brain and removes a bullet and saves the kid, who then grows up and makes everybody's life. He continues to be super evil. And at one point, the doctor sees the monster that he saved. So the doctor's goal in life is to find the kid and kill him. It's really weird, You see how people do good things, but they end up being responsible for the death of thousands of people, so he decides to do evil to do the good thing. Yeah, I mean, I love it, but it's not for kids. I mean, if you're not 25 years old, this anime is not for you.
Leave it to me.
Wind howls. Unfettered
Because
by
I
bounds.
think that even at 18 years old, if you watch this, you'll be traumatized.
Take form. Fluorescent shadows.
But there's like 75 episodes, and I'm currently on like episode 35 or something, so I'm about halfway there. Just maybe a little bit over halfway. And I'm loving it. Oh no, but it's not a little. It's not a little. It's all mental. There's not much gore or action. You know, it's like, there's a cop that starts chasing them. Because obviously the doctor gets blamed for everything that the kid kind of, well, I call him the kid, but he was 9 years old when he got operated on, when the doctor saved him. And then he's like 19 years old later on. And then all his crimes, he sets up the doctor to be blamed for the crimes. So the police are investigating the doctor. The doctor is traveling all across the world chasing down this kid. And, everywhere they go, there's a crime scene and he gets blamed for it. But then it shows you the life of everybody. So there's this one detective. He's an alcoholic. He accidentally shot a kid. Which was all, this 19-year-old kid pulled the strings behind the scenes and arranged for this drunken cop to shoot another kid, which he ends up losing his job, ends up getting divorced, not seeing his kid. So he goes into therapy, becomes a private investigator, ends up being sober, gets a good contract to investigate things, does a good job. And just as about when his wife is about to take him back into his life, and he gets to see his doctor again, the 19-year-old kid sets him up to jump off a building to make it appear as if he was committing a suicide, and putting a bottle in his hands to make him think, or have his family think, that he relapsed and he started drinking again. I mean, this series is not for kids. It's twisted, over twisted, over twisted. How to make everybody around you so bloody miserable by taking away everything that everybody cares about.
Oh, smells so good.
I seen a lot of stuff when I was 18, and yeah. That kind of a story would have traumatized me. A little bit like War of the Worlds did when I was a kid. I saw it, I was like, what, maybe 6 years old? I thought aliens were coming to kill us all. I had nightmares for a decade after that. But it also drew me into the sci-fi genre, so. Same with the original Alien movie. Although it's sci-fi, when you see it as a kid, it's more of a horror movie in a sci-fi genre. Crazy stuff. So, okay, what are you watching then, lately? Like, you can't still be watching Dragon Ball. Are you watching, like, stuff like One Piece? There's a lot of, I was reincarnated as a stuff and I got superpowers and now I romance all the girls kind of a thing. Are you kind of into those? Yeah, I want names of the
Such is
animes.
that blessing. True form.
You already said
Revealed
that
at
you were into
last.
romance stuff.
Exonerate. Torrents, rage on. Vexing
That's
mass.
not romance.
Till the denouement. Windstorm. Sweep all away. Wind calls. Waves follow. The wicked will face judgment. Waves rise. Judgment strikes.
Crumble. Such is that blessing. Oceans.
Bow before me. Tides rise and crash.
Embrace the change. Take form, stars. Heed my calling. Moment of awakening.
Flood.
Yeah, I watched that too. Has the second season come out yet? Or is it the third season that I'm waiting for? I don't even remember. It's okay. I mean, you know, I kind of like the first couple of episodes of the first season. And then there is this one evil girl. I think she's in the second season. I don't even know what season we're in anymore. But it was like on top of a tower kind of a thing. And she was all this super powerful thing stuff. And then out of the blue, he uses his atomic power and just shreds her a new one. But I really like that evil character. But it's, you know, it's other than that super villainous villain that I really liked and found sexy. I find that a lot of the episodes are rinse and repeat. So it's like, okay, I kind of like it, but it doesn't have me glued to it. And I don't know what Comey can't communicate is. Freer Ren, that says something. I've heard about it. I don't know if I've actually watched it. Man, I'm not getting anything good. Wow, not one single good one. Okay, whatever.
Charge forth with me.
Together we fight. Take form.
Torrents, rage on. My blade. Purge all evil. Heavens, descend.
Such is that blessing.
Annihilate.
Hopefully this helps.
Tempest of flashes. I am the Tempest. The wicked will face judgment.
Strike as one. Take form. Heaven ordained. Banish all vice. evil be cleansed.
Wind calls. Waves follow.
Repent, for silence beckons. Charge forth with me, sounding the death knell.
Together we fight.
Take form. Ha! Thus it ends.
Wind calls. Waves follow. Waves rise. Judgment strikes. Wind rises. The wicked will face disbursement.
A mere scratch upon my blade. Windstorm, sweep all away.
Thunder Gaia.
Oh, man, really? My backpack is full again. Okay, well, 1 energy regen. Oh, okay, whatever. Alright, let's go to somewhere nice where I gotta do a lot of crappy stuff. This is the part of the game that I hate. I mean, they put stuff in here so that you can discard stuff easier, but since they didn't come out with it when the game came out, I've never gotten into the habit of using it. So now I'm just gonna suffer. Yeah, I know. Trying to figure out how to... There was another way of doing this.
May I pray for anything specific for you? It would be my honor.
Oh, I think this is it here. Nope, this brings me back to this thing. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Level, I guess? No. Let's do all the 3 stars. No. Okay, 3 cost then. And anything that's not on the element, we can get rid of. Although we could probably get rid of defense as well. Although I've been wanting a character that levels up on defense. I think Zani levels up on defense, but I don't have her, so I can't deny or confirm. Okay, so we can scrap this one. See, you could do a discarded list. Maybe we could keep it. But usually, if you go with the healing thing, you kind of want energy regen and healing. Maybe there are some cases to be made for elemental damages on a healer. I don't know. Let's just get rid of everything that's... See, energy regen, havoc, defense, HP, glacio, fusion. Okay, let's go to sets that have actual sets to them. Okay, so this would be havoc. Yeah, we could get rid of defense. This is electro, so if it's not electro, see fusion, defense. Oh, numbers capped already. Okay. Arrow, see, we can put it on a discarded list. If I click on data merge, see, I can't select 100 different ones. Okay, batch merge you're talking about. So now I could just pick them all and boom, boom. Okay. And just go through the list. HP, we can keep it. I just want the elements that are not in their elements. Defense, we could definitely get rid of. Attack, we can keep. HP. Defense, we can get rid of. This is Havoc. Attack. HP. HP. Fusion on Havoc, that's crap. Arrow on that. HP we can keep. Glacio on Havoc. And scroll down. This is Spectro. Attack, we can keep it. Electro on Spectro. Glacio on Spectro. Electro. Havoc. Fusion. Glacio. Havoc. And there's a lot of crappy stuff that they give us. Let's see here. HP, okay. Defense we can get rid of. Okay. And this, I hate this part of the game. Fusion is good. This I should be locked. Boom. There we go. Havoc. Havoc is good. Already did a cleaning, obviously, because there should have been a lot more that were not defense. Yeah, I'm wanting a character like Candace, where she has a shield And you need to block all the enemy's attacks, and then once her forte is filled up, you use her burst, and then she attacks with her spear. Ooh, electro, okay. Defense. And then when you use her second burst, then she comes back to her shield. That's what I want in this game. A Candace character. Yeah, I think it's time they remake, update the UI of this game. It's been like... Well, actually, they added this discard button that I've never used. So if you start today and you just, start clicking the discard things that you don't want to keep, eventually, you know, it'll save you some time. But yeah, my inventory was already full by the time this option came here, so it's like I gotta go through everything. But at least they added this batch merge thing, so which I'm just discovering now. I don't know, and I don't want any bonuses. I just want to get rid of my inventory without feeling bad about it. Like, if they give me something, I'm happy. If they give me nothing, then I kind of feel cheated. And I'm so gonna regret it the day that I'm gonna need some of these to level up a character that needs defense. On the other hand, they do give us, like, what is it called now? The modifier things. So basically, you can take any one of these and switch over the main stats. So if I eventually need defense, I just can use the modifiers and switch an echo around. And I'm not even a third there. This is gonna take forever. See, this is the kind of stuff that needs to be locked. Why is it not locked? I'm sorry, folks. I know it's not the most interesting thing to see somebody go through their inventory. I should do this offline, but I get online and I start doing stuff. My inventory's full. Ooh, that was my cat that's not happy about the other cat. One of my cats is looking for trouble. I don't even know why you bring up that other game. You don't know what Pin told me in a reply yesterday, or was it this morning? It's like I'm gonna switch my character over to a male main character so that I could do a shorts video and show her. And she's like, you can do that? And I'm like, yes, you can switch over once every 24 hours. And her reply to that was like, oh man, I hope Genshin does that soon. Like, Genshin doesn't do anything soon. Not only that, but they never do anything. If anything, things get worse over time in that game. I'm so happy I got rid of that. I live a much happier life now that I no longer play Genshin. Well, I have like tons that are not upgraded. I have very few stuff that are upgraded, so it would not phase me one bit. Uh, I think this is another energy regen set, so. I mean, you know what? Apparently, it's been like 2 patches now. They have a loadout in the game. And the last time I played that game, I was looking for the loadout and never found it. I spent like 2 hours looking in the menu, never found the loadout. On top of which, I was told that you can only do like 2 loadouts per character, and you have to do it individually on every single character. And apparently you need to go and do the workaround because apparently it does the AI. This is what I think you should put on this character as a second set. So you have to go through everything and tell it what to do. I mean, yes, people have been waiting 6 years for a loadout, and that's how good of a thing that they did. Oh man. Well, the thing is that the more I started playing Wuthering Waves, the harder it gets going back to Genshin. Like just running around, running out of stamina, having to climb here, having to do this, having to do that. No skip button for stupid quests, side quests that are not even voiced anyways. I mean, every time, and then the story, man. I don't know if you guys saw my video. I did a cutscene comparison between the 2 latest updates of this game and that one, where Lumine and Aether meet up again with Dainsleif, and I just did a cutscene comparison, and everybody, like, I'm just putting it there, showing that, okay, well, Jansen's telling us that Dainsleif beat the Abyss front lines all by himself, and it was an epic battle. I'm like, why do we not see cutscenes from that epic battle so that we can actually see Dainsleif's power? And then he takes on Hayden, the Abyss dude, and again, they show us the background shaking. They show us Hayden putting a hand through Dainsleif, but we don't actually see them fight. And people, I mean, I got cursed out. I got like 28 comments of people calling me all kinds of nasty things. And I'm like, thank you. I hope that you guys never play Wuthering Waves because we don't need toxic players like you guys. You guys will defend the crappiest of crap, and everybody that disagrees with you is a bunch of crap. So I'm so happy that I left that game there and I left all these toxic players in that world. And like I said, my life is so much better now that I got rid of that game. Well, I mean, at a certain point, you can even say that Genshin copied Zelda. You know, if you go back far enough, you know, it all goes back to Pong back in the 1970s. I mean, it's... I mean, you know, I even got into an argument one day when a guy was telling me it's in the lore. Lumine and Aether slept together and had a baby, and it's Paimon. And it's because the unknown goddess, I forget her other name, kind of warped time so that they did not know who they were. They didn't know that they were siblings. So they slept together and had Paimon, and apparently it's in the book of the boar. And you have to read that to understand the lore of Genshin. And it all makes sense. And I'm like, okay, well, what about the Descender thing? You know, what about this? You know, every time he was coming out with something, I'm like, well, that kind of contradicts what we heard about the ley lines and stuff. Hey, but hey, you know, try to argue with somebody from Genshin that knows everything about the lore, you know? I'm like, nothing in the story made any sense. Oh, yeah, well, she lost her memory, and she was there, and Aether was in a stasis pod, but for some reason, she decided not to open it up because... Doesn't really give a reason, but because... Then she has lost her memory, but then she got it back. So every time, you know, we came back to Mondstadt, and she was looking because... I don't know if you remember the cutscene where she was on the island looking at us with the dragon flying over Mondstadt. I mean, ever since then, she could have come back to us and explained to us what she was doing with the Loom of Fate. And even that doesn't make sense. Why recreate Chondria from people's memories when all you need to do is banish the curse, because all the Chondrians are still alive. They are all the Hilichurls are all Chondrians that are cursed. Get rid of the curse, and then you save all the Chondrians are still alive. And then when they do die off, they are able to rejoin the ley lines and all stuff. Like, there's no way to argue with any one of these. It makes so much more sense to them using the Loom of Fate and not telling Aether what her master plan is. I mean, none of it makes any sense to me. The story doesn't make sense. Nothing holds up. They keep inventing a new gimmick every time they come out with a story, never elaborating on the past stories. It just doesn't, none of it makes sense. And you point the obvious and they just curse you out and leave like 50 hate messages on your reviews and stuff. Well, I love the cutscenes. I love the storytelling. I mean, you understand the story from start to finish. They give you a nuance, a background story to every character. I don't really care about the overall story arc. We're just going around this world, meeting friends, and everybody's story is complete. I gotta get back to what I was clicking here. See, why is this not locked? Anyways, they left me a bunch of hate messages, and I'm like, okay, this just confirms that I don't need to ever play that game again. Anybody who wants to buy my Genshin account is more than welcome. I'm not going to take anything less than, I don't know, $100 or $200. Which is cheap for all the characters I've collected over the years. I mean, if you were going to start an account today and try to get all the same amount of 5 stars, it would cost you an arm and a leg and a couple of thousands. I kind of liked it all the way up to Inazuma. Then when Sumeru came out, I just started hating the stories. And the game never got better and everything else. And Reaper came in the other day just to say that, hey, they have a co-op Abyss. You've been asking for it for 6 years. Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys know this, but in Europe, they have a major problem with hackers that come into your world and delete everything. And then you have to wait for customer support to fix your game and your account. Which might take months, if not years, because Hoyo's not the fastest to reply to these kinds of issues. And they're aware of it. They don't fix the bugs, though. They don't even ban the hackers' accounts or nothing. It's like, yay, yes, I want to play co-op in the Abyss now that I can invite somebody that's gonna delete all my, what is it called, all your achievements, and delete your world, and put Celestia nails on top of your crafting stations and teleport things and statues. A co-op Abyss or the loadouts, because both of these things have been asked for a while. Even the skip button. You know, don't get into an argument with the Hoyo shills about a skip button, because you don't deserve to play the game if you want a skip button. I'm like, okay, I don't deserve to play. I'm not going to play anymore. Hoyo doesn't need my money. They make millions anyways, right? They don't need me to promote the game and get my friends to play and have them spend money on the game. They don't need that. And apparently, the last update for ZZZ is really bad. And apparently, Honkai Star Rail is not doing too well either. So, I mean, okay. Seems like everything that they do is not working out for them. But everybody is like, oh, look at how many millions. The game is successful. I wish they would reinvest the money that they actually make into the game. I just have a feeling that there's one executive that has like the biggest yacht in the world and none of the money's going back into the game. But hey, he's got the biggest yacht in the world, therefore it's the best game in the world. Well, I compare the game to wuwa because wuwa's been out for a year, and every update, the developers listen and actually change things to give the players what they want. I mean, you know, people were complaining about the story, so they hired people to give us better stories. How can that be a bad thing? And, you know, they have a fraction of the revenue of Genshin, and they are able to do so much more with limited resources. It's baffling. What? How are my numbers capped? Oh, I can only do 100. Okay, well, let's see what do I get here. Okay, so you still get bonuses. Not sure any of these are any good, but see Spectro, crap. Defense, crap. Man, see, I hate doing this thing. Oh, arrow and arrow is good, though. Crap. Energy regen's always good. Actually, this was also good. Keeper. Electro's crap. Oh, defense is crap. Defense. All that hard work and everything that they give me is crap. This is such a bad system to get rid of. At one point, I feel like I should just delete them. It would be so easier for me. To just delete them. I mean, honestly, I feel bad because you never know what character is going to come up on a banner and what I could put on her in the meantime of farming their thing. So some of these might actually be good. Okay, how do we get out of here? Okay, so my inventory is what now? Do I have to go back into... Man, this is not gonna last long, you know that? Spend an hour doing all of that work and barely, what, 100? I think that wuwa needs to work on is more 4-star options and versatility. Well, they've been mentioning this for a couple of months now. And we are going to get another 4-star. You know that girl? Oh, darn it. I
May
forget her
pray for
name.
anything specific for
Blum,
you?
Blum,
It
Blum,
would be
Blum,
my
Blum.
honor.
I forget her name. The little girl that's...
I'm sure your wishes will. May I pray
she
for
always
anything
calls...
specific for you? It
what's
would
her
be
name
my
here?
honor.
I'll do my best.
So this is Master, and she keeps referring to her as Master, so I guess she's a disciple. The one that gave us the weird mirror thing to see the alternate dimension. I know who you're talking about, but you can't remember her name either. But yeah, so she's coming up. She's going to be another 4-star. But seems we're getting like 10 5-stars for every 4-star that they're giving us in the game. Which is kind of a weird way to go about
May
things.
I pray for anything specific for you? It would be my honor.
I mean, at
I'm
this
sure
point, you
your
should
wishes
all
will
make
come
them
true.
5 stars. If you're gonna, it's like, okay, well, we're gonna do like Genshin and have 4 stars and 5-star characters. But then along the way, people were like, oh, well, we like this character, we like that character, and they're all making them 5 stars. So they kind of lost the reason of why do we have like 4 stars and 5 stars, just make everybody a 5-star. I don't know what thing I did here. Did I convert so many echoes that it gave me a... If I were them, I would just make everybody a 5-star. Just have everybody... Remove the star system thing, Just have characters that you can wish for. And once the characters have been out for a while, put them in the 4-star rotation if you lose your 50-50 or as you win purple stuff. I don't know. Because they gave us also so many free 5 stars that all the 5 stars kind of not lost their value, but
May I pray for anything
I mean, even in the
specific for
5
you?
stars,
It
if
would
we
be
go
my
back, I
honor.
remember when she came out,
The
she was like
impatient
my
ones will
main
fall right
DPS.
into our lap.
And now she's barely a sub DPS supporter for somebody else.
Time for another adventure?
I mean, this is a 5-star, nobody uses her.
I see my way
He's still
clear.
the highest DPS in the game, but nobody can smash the buttons in the right order to get him to do his maximum
I'll do my
damage. She's still okay-ish. I haven't seen anybody who mains this guy. I don't, because he's too complicated for me to play. But why is he a 5-star and why is she a 4-star, It makes... I see more people using this character than this character. Yes, Sanwo should be a 5-star.
May I pray
She's
for
my
anything
only
specific
4-star
for
that's
you?
leveled
It
up.
would be my honor.
I see my way clear.
I should try to smile more, you say?
She's my only
this?
4-star. You go to my next 4-star
Eyes on the
and...
horizon.
But I never did her skills or nothing. She's like level 80, but she doesn't do nothing. Okay, now can I collect all my echoes? Spectro. Electro. Defense. Havoc. Fusion. Oh, keeper. Okay. So, yeah, but I mean, why is he a 5-star and, nobody uses him or nothing? So that's, so they do have an issue with that. Having said that, I don't care. I really don't.
May I
I
pray
mean,
for anything specific for you?
I wish,
It
I
would be
mean,
my honor.
the other thing that's been getting on my nerves is that, like, two banners in a row, you will have the support character and then the main character.
The power to split and match matter.
So I did not get Chiokona because I want to keep my primos for the main character. And I didn't get Phoebe, so I wasn't going to get Zani. And I'm trying to save up for Frolova. But I also want Augusta now. But I won't be able to get, what is her name, Luna? Or I forget the blue-haired girl that's always with Augusta. So I'm not going to get Augusta's best support character because I can't wish for all the characters. But having them rely on another character has been the go-to ever since her and Shorekeeper. But I can't keep up. So I'm just going to grab the characters that I want, and that's it, that's all. But like the support characters should be 4-star characters and not relying on another 5-star character to make your 5-star character work. But having said all of this, I don't care. I'm having fun. I'm not the kind of player that needs to absolutely do the Tower of Adversity. I don't absolutely need to do, what is it called, the Wuthering Waves. And as far as the holograms go, I'm not the best at this either. I get to 3 or 4 or whatever. 2, 3 or 4. But I saw on the internet that all you have to do is disconnect your Wi-Fi and you automatically clear the levels. So I consider that everybody that does better than me, either you're a whale and you see 6 and R5 all of your characters, or you're cheating. So I'm okay with the kind of player that I am and what the game has to offer. I mainly play this game to, first of all, explore the map because it's so beautiful. Genshin could never do this. And the story. I just do the stories. I love the stories. Can't wait for the next story. And that's it.
May I pray for anything specific for you? It would be my honor.
Unfortunately,
I'm
they
sure
can't go
your
back
wishes
and
will come
change
true.
things.
May I pray for anything
They can't
specific
decide
for
tomorrow
you?
morning
It
to
would be
make
my honor.
Sanwa a 5-star. And they can't decide tomorrow to go and make this guy a 4-star.
Make this quick. I have experiments underway.
And they're not that easy to get because I've been wanting him since he came out. Because I heard that he was a really good buffer for other characters. But I can never, ever... See, I don't use her. Look how many constellations. See how many constellations for characters that I don't want, ever use, not gonna use. You know. But the one character that I do want constellations for, I don't have. So it's not that easy getting 4-star constellations. So I kind of, they're already in a pickle. They already kind of fudged up the 4 stars and 5 stars. That's why I kind of think that at this point they just need to remove it.
May I pray for anything specific for you? It would be my honor.
I mean, who's
I
gonna
see
wish
my way
for
clear.
Calchero? Put him in the 4 stars,
do
put
my
her in the
best.
4 stars, put him in the 4 stars, and by that I mean in the when you go to the banners, you know, put them in this 4-star rated resonators rate up. So just put them here. Have them all 5 stars, but just put the older ones or people, the ones that nobody wants in here, and call it a day.
May I pray
Well,
for
to be
anything
fair,
specific for
I've
you?
only lost
It
my
would be my
50-50
honor.
twice. Or maybe even 3 times now, I'm not sure. I think that the third time that I lost my 50-50 was
The
for
power to split and merge
Cartathea.
matter.
Time for another adventure?
So I lost the 50-50 here, I lost the 50-50 here, and I lost my 50-50 here. So I lost my 50-50 4 times, because he's got a constellation. Or maybe her, I did select her as part of the free 5 stars at some point. So I lost my 50-50 twice here and once here. So for all these characters, I find that it wasn't that bad. Compared to Genshin, where it's systematic, I will continuously lose my 50-50s. At least in this game, the weapon, you're guaranteed, right? So. I mean, this game has been out for a year and they keep updating and changing stuff. Imagine what it's going to look like in 6 years from now. I can't even begin to imagine. And by then, there'll be a new King of the Hill that'll come out. Like, I'm really looking forward to Azure Promelia. But then again, other than the main character who's male, all the other characters in the game are going to be females. So just by doing that, you're going to peeve off a lot of your potentially gamer player base. Yeah, I know, but they've already started so badly. Like, you need Rosia for Cantarella, you need Brant for Chang Li, you need Brant for Lupa, you need Chang Li, Brant for Lupa. I mean, it's... You need the Shorekeeper for Jinxie. It's just... They've gone there already with so many of these characters. They've been doing so much work. This game has so much potential, so... I mean, we just passed the 1-year anniversary. And we're getting maps like this, you know. I knew that from here, they could never do as good. And Septimont is not bad. It's just not the same feeling. But even if you get more 4-star characters now, you still need the 5 stars. They kind of lock themselves into a problem here, where you already need the 5 stars to support them, so 4 stars are completely useless, except for Sanwa. Actually, there's a better looking spot on top of that pillar over there. The problem is that every time I log into the game, it respawns me to wherever I was before I got to the tip of that peak there. But that's the best view on this map. Although this view ain't too bad, but that one's better. It's just that every time I log out from there and I log back in, they respawn me somewhere else on the map, which really peeves me off. But yeah, they're fixing bugs really fast. I don't know if you knew about the entrance, the secret entrance here that we could go underneath. Like, I already had explored all of this except for this part here. But I had explored all of this, and 2 days later I come back to try to get in there and they fixed it and I can't get into it no more. Yeah, that's why I kind of think that they need to get rid of that. They need to get rid of the 4 stars and 5 stars. And just have like a tier list, and the lower tier characters, you put them on the rate top of banners and call it a day. I don't know. They probably won't ever do that. But they are aware that they have a problem with 4 stars. So I don't know if they're going to address that or how they're going to address that. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with. And again, they might come up with something and then the players don't like it, so then they go back to the drawing board and then they come back and change it again. But this game is so beautiful. I mean, even this is not as beautiful as the other spot, but compared to what the game was when it came out, I'm low-key gonna play wuwa after this. I mean, this was okay when it came out. But now we see that, you know, they're getting much better in the map designs. I mean, this kind of felt like Genshin when it came out. I was like, oh, this is okay-ish. So yeah, within a year they knocked it out of the park, so it's just gonna get better. And they listen to the people, and this game is gonna change, and then 6 years from now we might not even recognize it anymore. But I think that these developers are really doing a great job. It's not easy, and catering to the players like they're doing is not an easy task. Because the more that you give to the players, then the more that they want. Like, how many people were upset at the anniversary update? Like, I wasn't upset by the fact that I wasn't getting any rewards or whatnot. I just didn't like the stupid cube event. Is that still going? This thing here, the title, the stupid marshmallow cubes, I hated it. I hated it with a passion. I could not be bothered. So the anniversary for me was not good. Not because I was complaining about the rewards or whatnot. I just didn't like the events. But they got a lot of flack for not giving enough rewards, so it's hard catering to the players. Because the more you give them, the more they want, etc., etc., so... Well, we had good characters on the banners. We had, you know, new maps, new areas, new stories, new everything. I just didn't like the events. But you went to Reddit or anything else, Twitter, and everybody was complaining about the rewards. Okay, well, that's okay too, because, I mean, I've been streaming for a couple of hours here, and really, I got nothing to do. Oh, actually, I need to play that card game again, because it just reset. This thing here, because I already maxed it out to 5,000. So, yeah. So I could do this, but I'll do that tomorrow. I've been already streaming for 2 hours here, so... And I got a big, busy day in front of me tomorrow. But hey, hopefully you leave a like on the stream and you subscribe to the channel and pop in to say hi. We also have a Discord. And be safe and have fun with your gaming. Okay, folks, yep, I don't know. I think we lost Solenoid here along the way. We were talking about anime series, and Solenoid all of a sudden I think I scandalized him with Aether and Lumine having baby Paimon together. As per the lords
May
of
I
the
pray for
lores
anything
in
specific for you?
Genshin.
It would be my honor.
Maybe he had to go and throw up and never
I'm
recovered from
sure
that
your
one.
wishes will come true.
But okay, folks. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Visit our social medias. Join us on Discord. And be safe out there, and I'll see you in the next stream, everybody.